What's up, guys? Last DayZ Mods here again with a brand new video for you and a brand new exciting announcement. So we have just released our first Discord bot for server modding for console for DayZ. And this is, I believe, just right on time. It's very timely for the 1.15 update and going to help us some really uh, great features. There's a lot more to come. It's currently in beta, so we are allowing trial mode, and then it does come with a subscription. But then as we beef it up, there's going to be a lot more features added to it. So let's quickly get in there and describe what it does. So what this bot does um, is it's a conversion bot for your PC offline mode exports. And I am well aware that DayZ Editor, another modification for the PC version of DayZ, has a feature where you can export your builds in JSON files and also export the map group positions and spawn loot into the buildings. However, that doesn't solve the problem for those of us that like to use PC offline mode. I just was familiar with that. I have several exports laying around that I used to use to get my coordinates for my events and spawn them in that way. But now with the new capabilities after this 1.15 update to use the JSON files, um, yeah, it you know, who wants to sit there for 2 or 3 hours and manually plug all those coordinates in and essentially build a JSON file from scratch? So what I've done is created a bot that will do these conversions for you. So very quickly, let's walk you through this. So I've got PC offline mode open here, and so I'm not going to go over the features on this. There's some really helpful videos out there. If you're watching this, hopefully you're already a little bit familiar with PC offline mode and what it does. I will briefly kind of be explaining what I'm doing here. So again, you press Y, that brings up your tool menu over here. And I always set it to God mode. That way, if I'm getting attacked by zombies or whatever while I'm trying to do my build, I'm not going to die and have to start over again. So we're going to go to Krasnostav and do our build there at the Krasno airstrip, just because it's a nice kind of blank canvas, very flat. If you click on this camera here, that pulls up camera mode. Click toggle camera, and in doing that, you can essentially fly across the maps. We're going to fly on over here, and there we are. And we'll just use this little area here. We're just going to pop in a couple buildings just to kind of show you how this is done. So you click object, and all of your objects in the entire game that are spawnable are going to be over here. But just to keep this simple, we're just going to spawn in a well-known building, spawn in the ATC. And click on the building. There's a picture of it, so we know what it is. Click on cursor, and there it is right there. So you want to line it up and do all of that. Oh, hold on just a moment. I've got some other builds here. So let's start first. There we go. So if you want to line it up, you want to click this crane thing here, and it's going to give you these are your coordinates. So the X, Y, and Z. But this one here, the yaw. Now these we previously, using the events, did not have the ability to use these in our events, but now with the JSON file we do. We did have the yaw, so you could kind of turn the buildings, but you see that if you just roll on your mouse wheel there, it kind of rotates the building for you. And again, we're going to and just kind of line this up very quickly here. And there we go. And yes, I am rushing a little bit here because I really want to get into the meat of what we're going to talk about. Oh boy. Can you say server lag? Okay, we're going to leave it just like that for the sake of time. We click save, and then what you do here is you're going to click on export, and you're going to notice nothing happens when you do that. But what you need to do is you need to open up a text document, a blank text document, and you right click and click paste. And there you go. What that does is it gives you one of these. You want to save all of this as is, and we see right here, here's our building, here's those coordinates, here's the X, the Y, and the Z, and then the R, P, and Y. Actually, it's the other way around, so Y, P, R. So we're going to save this as test, and we're just going to save it to our desktop, and we're just going to say test, and there we go. So now we've got our offline mode conversion saved as a test. We're going to go ahead and close up offline mode. We don't need that. But basically what you would do is you would build out your build here however you want to do it. You line up those buildings however you want, and then you would click that export button. And where did our file go? There it is. Okay, so now let's get into what this does. So we've got our export here. So we've done our build in PC offline mode. We've clicked the export button, opened up a text document, and then pasted it in there, and then given it a name, and saved it somewhere. Now let's get into this Discord bot and show you what it does. So here's the bot. It's called My Name Is JSON, and pretty cool bot. It's, like I said, it's in development. It is a work in progress, but this is a particular feature right now that I am in love with. It's saved so much time. And what's cool is if you've got a bunch of old builds, that you used to spawn in via the events method, and you'd like to convert those to the new JSON style, and maybe you've been just like, man, who wants to take all the time to do that? Well, now it takes literally 2 minutes, and as long as you save that offline mode export, you'll be able to use this feature. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to upload that test into the bot, and I'll show you how to do that. But these are the instructions right here, because it doesn't only convert the building, but it also will add loot. We see here the second feature, the second command is $ loot POS, loot positions. Okay, so enough about that. Let's dive in here. And right now this is available on my Discord, last DayZ custom servers. I'll drop an invite to that Discord in there. If you'd like to get trial access, we are giving people 72 hours, and then there will be a small fee to continue using this bot. It's going to be well worth it because there's a lot of new features coming. But at any rate, if you got some quick builds you want to get converted and you can get it done in 72 hours, not going to cost you anything, you're free to use that and check it out. And so let's dive in. So first thing we want to do, like I said, we're going to take our test and we're going to pop it in there. And then down here in the text, we're going to give it a command. We're going to say convert. So $ convert. And then this is important. You need to give it a name with .json at the end, just like that. So type convert and then name your file, whatever you want to name your build, and then it has to have .json at the end, and then just send, and boom, there it is, successfully generated a JSON file. Let's go ahead and download this. Download this to the desktop, and there it is, our JSON file, and we're going to open this up, and there it is. So this is a working JSON file, and I'm going to show you how to load this into your server here in a minute. I won't be able to, just for the sake of my setup here, I'm not going to be able to actually show it to you live in the Xbox gameplay, but I can assure you it does work. Yes, I have converted almost every one of my old builds using this bot as of recent, but this is it. And now let's say, okay, cool. So I've got the building, but boy, I really wish that I could have loot in that ATC building, just like the one that's at the Northwest Airfield. No problem. We've got that covered. So now we're going to add that same file, the test file, into the bot. And we're going to type a different command this time. We're going to type $ loot POS for loot position. and then we're going to give it a name, just like we did before. We're going to say test, but instead of .json, we're going to say .xml, because this is going into your map group positions or map group POS XML file. Okay, and then we're going to click generate, and there we go, successfully generated your XML file. And then let's go ahead and download this. There it is over there. And let's pop that open, take a look at it, and there it is. All right, so this is your map group POS. And just to kind of give you a reference of what this is and where it goes, we've got the vanilla files here. So right here, the map group POS, this is essentially every building on the map that can generate loot. And so if we spawned in our custom building and we want loot, you see that there, that is identical to these other entries, except it's got the coordinates for our building. So we would just copy paste this entry. You don't want to copy paste everything, just the one with the coordinates, just the group name. So you just want to copy paste that into your map group POS for your server. Add it in there. I like to kind of keep it separate so I know this is a custom one. Sometimes I'll even add tags to it. Go ahead and save that, and you are set. You need to spawn or pop that in there. And now let's get our JSON file added. So if you don't already have one, you need to put a file in here. These are the vanilla files that I've downloaded, but just to kind of help you see what we're doing here. So I didn't have a custom folder, so I'm going to add one. So any of your JSON builds need to go in this custom folder. When you get into your Nitrado, you're going to see a folder in there now that wasn't there before, but it says custom. That's where you want to put your JSON builds. And I'm going to kind of walk you through this because I know when this first came out, there was a lot of confusion about how to get these loaded into the server. So I'll show you how to do it. But anyway, I'm going to pop mine in there. There it is. And now here's the difficult part. Here's where a lot of people are getting confused. So we need to go into our CFG gameplay. Actually, let me do something first. So what I always do is the JSON file here, you want to copy that name exactly, because there's one place in order to get this to spawn into your game, you need to paste this somewhere. And let me show you where that is. Okay, right here in this object spawner arrow or arrangements rather, you need to spawn that in. And you know what? I just realized. Give me 1 second here. I just realized that I'm missing a command. Give me 1 second. Uh, boy, I really should have had this done before. There we go. Okay. So, all right, so here's a working version of it for some of the other ones that I've done. So in this object spawn arrangements, you need to type this exactly for each one of your builds. You need to type the parentheses, a period, / the word custom / again, and then the name of your JSON file, and then parentheses again. And if you're only having that one, you want to close that with this bracket here. But if you've got more than one, like I did here, you want to add a comma and then that same entry again, only with your name. So for ours, let's just copy this here. And then let's go back to our testing one. So here's what it looks like in the vanilla version. We're going to go ahead and paste that right there. Now, this one was not named Biathlon, it's named test. So we're going to put test there. We're going to save that. And as long as this file here matches your JSON file that you've added into custom, this name right here, it will load into your server. Okay, so that's how the bot works. Very brief description, but we've got a lot more information on our Discord as far as how it works, a lot more features coming. This is going to be a full service DayZ console modding bot. You're going to be able to use this bot to spawn in full cars into your server, spawn in full cars with base kits in the trunk. If you want full guns with clips and full ammo and all the attachments, you'll be able to use this bot to just type in a command, full guns, and it will spit out a file that you can pop right into your server and have full guns on the server. Major time saver here. And even, for those, that, maybe modding servers is not your thing, but you'd still like to have a really cool custom server. You don't have to scour Discord anymore, look for a modder, look for someone to code it out for you. Um, uh, and you can just do this yourself using this bot. And so, again, we're offering a trial run right now, 72 hours. Again, this is more for people that are experienced modders, but for those of you server owners that are looking to code out your own server, but you don't want to take the time to learn how to do all that, you'll be able to use this bot to do that. And so we'll have some more information as we approach the new year. But anyway, I hope that helps. Again, if you have any questions, you can pop them down in the comments, or again, join our Discord, and you get all the support and questions answered that you need there. Again, look for the bot. It's called My Name Is JSON. It's available in our Discord as of right now, but as we approach the new year, it will be more widely available to all. My name is DayZ Mods. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and excited for all the builds that you guys are going to do using this bot, all the creative things that you'll be able to do, and I can't wait to see it. And as always, please have a wonderful, wonderful day, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.